Mm. Do 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 do. All right, it's Monday night. I have Monday attitude. Finally on time for once. Yeah, you're right. You're the first one in or second one in, Will. Oh, look, all the regulars piling in. Clint's here. Robert Rossi, what's shaking? Be not afraid. What's happening? What's happening, people? What's happening, good people? Good people at the AI Learning Lab. Anyone else have a Monday that was just like, it was not bad, but you're just in a shitty mood? This will be better. This is always the highlight of my day, so. Hello, family. Hey, Brandon was shaking. Robert Rossi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, got a little sting in the eye. Allergies, I'm guessing. Allergies. This is a Sherry D image. Very cool image there. Then I think that one, who did that one? Forget who did that one. That one. Ooh, those are cool. Who's doing that? Experimenting with text. A few came out without edits. A few. Look, these are from Marduk. These are pretty slick. Nice. Is that spelled right? Yeah, that's spelled right. It's actually a pretty slick logo. Those are nice, dude. Or dudette. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I assume. That one's pretty cool too, isn't it? That's solid. With the robot and the graduation cap, that's pretty good. I'm telling you, man, like when people with creative minds, and not even necessarily creative skills, with creative minds, with creative eyes, get their hands on these tools and really start digging deep on them, we're going to see such a cool renaissance in stuff. So anyway, welcome everyone. My name is Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab, as evidenced by the little sign here. And we talk about this generative AI stuff in here. We kind of go nuts. It's like a little support group for weirdos and irregulars who have decided that, yeah, this is the thing and we got to learn it. And it doesn't matter if you're young or if you're old, or if you're Gen X, or if you're a fucking boomer, if you're a millennial. So long as you're curious about this stuff, that's what this channel is about. It's about exploring. I completely redid my recommendation slides when I start these things off. So if you don't know where to begin with this stuff, get ready to do some screenshotting, because I think I now have 7 slides of recommendations in different categories. And this is not like recommendations like, well, A, they're not paid. As someone said last night, are you getting paid for this advertisement for ChatGPT? And I was like, no. I mean, maybe if you give me a gift, I get paid. I'll get a nickel. But they're there because they're tools that, as I've been digging into this stuff, are ones that I feel like are worth your time. Because there are thousands of tools. In fact, if you want to see thousands of them, go to futurepedia.io, and there's like 5,000 tools there. And most of them are just crap. So what I tried to do was put together a list of stuff that's actually really good. So why don't we get started with that? Since I got new stuff to show, why don't we go show it? Well, why don't you show it, Kyle? Because all you're doing now is talking. Maybe you shouldn't talk so much. You should do a little bit more. Do you ever think about that? I have thought about that. So here's the little convention that I came up with. First of all, I simplified them so they're easier to read because they were a little rough to read. I also, you may think that those are fingerprints on my screen. They're not. They're not. I actually took a diamond etcher and I hand created fingerprints in the glass of the screen. So they're there permanently. So I hope you enjoy those. All right. Here's the convention. On each of these slides, I highlighted one in yellow, which is the one that I'm particularly enamored of that page, okay? So these are the big four. These are the important LLMs. If you don't know that term, LLM, it stands for large language model. The most important one is ChatGPT, by far. Worth the $20 to pay for ChatGPT Plus. Claude is a close second because it's got a really big, what's called context window. You can put in really big prompts. Bard's about to get really good, and Bing just pisses me off because its safety guardrails are too much. And then prompts.chat, if you've never played with ChatGPT before, go to prompts.chat. It'll kind of teach you how to talk to these things and give you some examples of some prompts you can play with. Okay, so that's the big four. This is the adults table. Prompts.chat will teach you. These are the big four. If you only play with one, play with ChatGPT. Okay, got it? Now just get ready. Just get ready to screenshot because I'm not going to take a ton of time on these. Other important LLMs. Pi is the one of the kids table of the other LLMs that I think is the one that's the most interesting right now, and it's actually the iOS app of Pi. And why it's interesting is it does this. So you launch it. Oh, wait. Well, you can't really see it. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put it into talkie mode. I'm trying to figure out which LLMs I should pay attention to.
The big ol' AI showdown. Here are a few LLMs, large language models, worth paying attention to. OpenAI's GPT-3, Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3. It's not...
Right? So it's conversational AI. And of all the conversational AIs, there's only a handful of them. That one's actually really interesting. Perplexity is good for research. Poe lets you play with lots of different models, and it's got a bot maker. You can make a bot. You can use other people's bots. And then Llama 2, you can play with that at Poe. You can play with that at labs.perplexity. So that's that one. Image creation. DALL-E 3 is the new darling. So DALL-E 3 now is available to any ChatGPT Plus user. I'm pretty sure it's rolled out wide to all Plus and Enterprise users now. It's remarkable being able to create images in the context of a chat, in a conversation, is remarkable. MidJourney is a close second because the quality is good. The problem with MidJourney is you have to make images in Discord, and if you're not Discord friendly, then it's not friendly. Leonardo is a really powerful tool built on top of Stable Diffusion. The Adobe tools are quite good, and especially if you work in a company, they're important. And then Prompt Book, the thing at the bottom there, that's going to teach you how to talk to these things, okay? Video creation. This one got bigger. I added 3 things to this. So HeyGen, the reason that one's there, why I think HeyGen is the highlighted one is because you can do video translations into, I think it's 13 different languages, where it synthesizes your voice, translates the language, and resyncs your lips to match the new language. It's astounding. Runway ML, Moon Valley, and Pika Labs are all text-to-video creation tools. And then HeyGen and D-ID are voice synthesis and like avatar makers, and Visla is one. It's kind of interesting. I put it here because it's, sometimes you need to make just a quick video. What Visla does is you put in a topic, it writes the script, narrates it with a voice, puts background music in, and then chooses a bunch of stock video, like, from stock houses, and it cuts together a complete video with subtitles and voiceover and music. And it does it in a few minutes. It's not generating video, but it's stitching together video. All right, so that's that one. So screenshot that. Go. Go. Here's people to follow. Ethan Mollick, he's the one of all these. It's a toss-up between Ethan Mollick and David Shapiro. And quite frankly, all four of these people are worth following. Ethan Mollick, David Shapiro on YouTube, Paul Raitzer at the Marketing AI Institute, and here on TikTok, Rachel Woods at the AI Exchange. And then the directories, Futurepedia, and there's an AI for that, are both, that's where you can go find lots of tools. Here's music or audio. 11 Labs will let you clone your voice. Refusion and SoundRaw are two different approaches to music. I don't have a fourth one there right now. I haven't been digging deep in the music thing, so if anyone has any thoughts on that, I'll look. Those are good there. 3D Worlds and Objects, Blockade Labs, and Wonder Dynamics. If you've not seen Wonder Dynamics, it's amazing. You basically take action of yourself as a human in a scene or whatever, video of a person in a scene, and you select that person and pick which robot you want replaced into the scene. And it goes off for an hour or two and does its processing. And then you have like a fully replaced, the human is fully replaced with the robot using the human's motion. It's pretty amazing. All of these things, the 3D stuff right now is very, very new and not great. And then here are the AI Learning Lab resources. So we have a YouTube channel, which has got recordings of these lives at AI Learning Lab-TT. The AI Salon, I'll refer to the Discord tonight, likely. It's a community that I created last December. We're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. And we meet every other Tuesday. Tomorrow night's the next meeting. So go sign up there. Sign up for the meetup for the meeting. And then there's a link also to the Discord. Go join the Discord. And then Storyvine is my company. And then tinyurl.com/Kyle's AI Tools is a Google sheet that Thelonious put together. Every time I mentioned a tool for like the past 4 months, he's been adding it to this spreadsheet. So it's just a big, long list of tools based on what I've been babbling about. So anyway, how cool is that? And then one final thing, if you subscribe to this channel, if you follow it, make sure you're not following the one that has 2 L's at the beginning of learning. The one with the stutter, AI Learning Lab, is a scammer. So unfollow that person, report them, and put comments in the videos there saying that they're an asshole. The real AI Learning Lab knows how to spell and doesn't stutter. Okay? So there's that. Bitter? You betcha. All right. And then what we do here is pop any comments you have in the questions or comments in the comments below, and we will dive right in. We'll dive right in. Kyle, what are we going to do tonight? What are we going to do? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Somebody took this picture outside of my house. That's my van where I pick up unsuspecting AI curious people. I got free candy. Will you help me find my puppy, please? All right. How long till the meetup? Which meetup? The meetup for this or the meetup for the salon? The salon meetup is tomorrow night, 5 to 7 p.m. tomorrow. The meetup here, I think we'll do the meetup in Vegas when I move the AI Learning Lab from TikTok to the Sphere. Then I think that's when we do the meetup, because the problem with the Sphere is it only seats 25,000 people, and we're gonna have way more than that. I mean, you too can barely fill the place up, right? So, they're old, tired, right? So they can't fill it up. So what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to do a residency at the Sphere, and then we'll do the AI Learning Lab, I don't know, maybe 2 times a day for like a month to just be able to get enough people in there. I don't know. I mean, fame is hard. People tell you, they're like, oh, but Kyle, it must be so nice to be famous. I'm like, hey, it's rough. You don't know. I walk down the street and absolutely no one recognizes me. And I'm like, oh, whoa, back off, people. Do they think I'm weird? Sure. All right. Carrying on. All right. That's fantastic. Well, looks like Kyle's lost his ever-living mind. Isn't that terrific? Wonder what could have happened there. Oh, well, maybe. Who could that have been? Who could have been assisting in his mental state? Oh, maybe it was Satan. Well. If you want to do a tag me in the Discord, if you want to do tag me in the Discord, maybe like an hour before. Can we sick a hacker on that imposter? Feel free, Mary. I know nothing. I do not know of what you speak of the hackers going after the scammer account. I do not know. What I do know is that when I went to TikTok to say, hey, I got scammers that stole all my videos, that stole my name, they're trying to scam my people, and TikTok said, we don't care. That's so cute what you do. But if you say a bad word, we'll kick you off here for 7 days, okay? That's our little agreement. I hope you're good with that, okay? Yeah. So, would love to see Vials in action tonight if possible. Please? Vials? What are you... Forever Hooked, what are you talking about? Vials? I got Tootsie Rolls. Can you tell it's close to Halloween? The kids are going to get here on Halloween. I'm going to be like, we got nothing left. I don't know what happened to it. Forever Hooked, I'm happy to show Vials in action if I knew what Vials in action actually was. I got no idea what you're talking about. Oh, it looks like the irregulars are on their heart fest. So one of the things we do in here sometimes is we'll just go nuts on the liking of the channel. Hey, do me a favor, since we're just getting this thing spun up. If you're willing to share the live with your friends, for two reasons. One is I'd like to get more people in here and educate more people, but also they'll think you're a weirdo. It'll be fun. They'll be like, Jane, why did you send me that old man talking about AI? That was disturbing. And you'll be like, I know. Don't you like messing with people? I sure do. How can I dress up like ChatGPT for Halloween? That's a rough one. I don't think it's quite memey enough yet. I mean, the only thing you could maybe do is you could maybe do like, it would be a big board. And if you did the DALL-E thing where it draws images, like where it makes images, you could have like a crazy Halloween prompt, like make me a scary image for Halloween, and it would have them down there. And then you would have typos on it, and you would have mangled hands. Make sure you get mangled hands. Yeah, that would be a good one. Is have it be like a ChatGPT window with a funny prompt, and then 4 images that are all fucked up. The hands are like this, and someone's got 3 eyes, and the hat's on weird, and the horse has 6 legs. And what's cool about DALL-E is because it's good at prompt coherence, like you could give it fucked up things to do, and it would put them in the image. That might be fun. I don't know. You could go as...
You could make money with ChatGPT.
You could make money with ChatGPT button. Are there privacy concerns with the data you input? Yes, ping 357. There are data concerns with the privacy concerns with the data you input. You should not put in sensitive or private information into these things unless you're running an open source large language model locally, or unless you have ChatGPT Enterprise, which I think at this point you have to be spending 10 or 15 grand a month with them for that to be a reality. So that's probably not the case. So I would just anonymize and depersonalize any data you're going to put in there. You don't like. Here's my thought. Like, I don't give a shit if, like, the only thing I'm concerned about is I don't want client data getting out. Like, but I do a lot of my work. I send it to ChatGPT. You can also, rather than using ChatGPT itself, you can use the GPT playground. So platform.openai.com/playground. That's kind of the development environment for That's what ChatGPT is built on. That's the tools that they use to build it, and that's what a lot of developers use. That's still being sent to OpenAI, so their agreements are a little shitty when it comes to privacy. They basically reserve the right to use your shit. But I feel like the developer side, it's less egregious than ChatGPT itself. So if you're using ChatGPT, then that's a something. The other thing that I need to research that I don't know is if you're using advanced data analysis. I'm pretty sure most of that data analysis is happening inside a container in your chat session. So I don't think when you're doing advanced data analysis, it's sending data back to OpenAI. But you know what? It is when it actually does the large language model query. Yeah, never mind. Just assume that your data's Wisla. Oh, Wisla. Oh, you want me to show Wisla? Okay, yeah, I'm happy to show that. Vile. It's like, can you show Vile? I'm like, I could show Vile for Forever Hooked. You want to see Wisla? All right. So here, US, and we will go. Why do I not? Oh, I quit it because it tanked my memory like it always does. Wisla. Oh, hello, Wisla. Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. Now, I don't think I have a. Oh no, I don't think you need it. I don't have a paid account here, so I think the only thing that it gets fucked up is if I want to generate a non-watermarked video, then the free video stock footage is really shitty. Okay, so create video with AI. Next, upload, cut, extractor more, screen record. Okay, so there's a bunch of shit you can do there, but let's do a creative video. So basically, this is just like ChatGPT. It says choose what you'd like to start with: an idea, a text. So if you have a script, you can put your own script in. You can start with a blog. Just give it a URL. You could start with audio. You could start with images and video. So this is cool. This is actually pretty slick. So what it's giving you is a bunch of different options to start. And then let's see. Let's go over to ChatGPT. You can make money with ChatGPT. All right, so we're going to go to ChatGPT 4. I'm going to say, well, you know what? I'm not gonna have it write it. Let's let Wisla do it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do something stupid. Please make a video about a llama, hedgehog, and turtle sanctuary in southern New Hampshire. So I'm just going to do something kind of silly and ridiculous. And that's basically it. So what it's doing now, it's writing a script. It's synthesizing the voiceover. And then it's selecting stock video footage. And then I'm pretty sure you can go in, like I haven't played with this a ton, but I'm pretty sure that you can go in and you can swap out, like if it didn't get the video segments right, you can swap out other videos. You could, if you wanted to, you could generate video and put it in there. But I mean, I think this is kind of a slick tool in that sense that because the text to video tools right now are kind of janky, and the quality is you actually have to be a very good storyteller and quite a clever prompter to get things like MidJourney and Pika Labs and Moon Valley to give you video that's not just weird, right? So what this is doing is it's saying, hey, let's just we'll do all the same basic stuff. We'll write a script, we'll synthesize the voice, but rather than generating the video, we'll just go find real footage. which is pretty slick, right? And so if you wanted to do, I mean, this is the kind of thing where you could very easily automate a TikTok channel, for example, right? So here's our script. So let's see. Welcome to the Llama, Hedgehog, and Turtle Sanctuary in southern New Hampshire. Here, these adorable animals find safe haven to thrive and be cared for. Okay, so let's go watch our dumb video. We'll make it big. Can I make it not this big? Well, whatever.
Welcome to the Llama, Hedgehog, and Turtle Sanctuary in southern New Hampshire. Here, these adorable animals find a safe haven to thrive and be cared for. Our sanctuary is nestled in the picturesque landscapes of southern New Hampshire. Llamas roam freely, their gentle nature adding a touch of tranquility to the sanctuary. Hedgehogs find comfort in their cozy burrows.
Pretty sure that's an iguana or a chameleon.
Turtles bask in the sun,
but there's our
enjoying
turtles.
the warmth and serenity of their natural habitat. Our dedicated team of caretakers ensures the well-being of these unique creatures. Visitors can learn about the fascinating lives of llamas, hedgehogs, and turtles. Come and experience the joy of being surrounded by these incredible animals. Visit our sanctuary in southern New Hampshire and embark on a memorable journey.
There you go. So that's it. Now, like all these tools, is it a great script? No, but you could create your own script, or you could start with a blog, or you could start with whatever, and then you're off to the races. So that's Wisla. Could be a miscellaneous mistake. Images, Halloween special, like a horse with more legs. Win. Yeah, exactly. The Halloween costume, the ChatGPT Halloween costume. Free AI inside. Come on, you want some free candy? Help me find my puppy. Making it weird one prompt at a time. You can make money with ChatGPT. All right. Good evening. Good day to you, sir. Good day. It's a fine day. All right, what questions do we have here? Just a reminder that AI ain't free. Yeah, what Pate said. I don't know what you mean, Pate. Some of it's free. Oh, all those video things are not free. Like video and audio and animation, all of those seem to cost money. ChatGPT, image generation, and the large language models seem to be mostly free, but the plus version of ChatGPT is $20, Poe's $20. What's it called? Claude's $20, right? So those are those. The animation ones, like the HeyGen, the ones that do the video, the voice translation and video translation, those are expensive. It's like $2 a minute to do translations, but the quality of it's quite good, and it's considering the alternative, like hiring an actor or doing voice dubbing or whatever, expensive. Can Wisla make a video from a comic illustration? I'm kind of doubting it, Jeannie. I don't know Wisla very well at all. Runway ML can, Pika Labs can, and Moon Valley can, where you start with an image. So you could go to MidJourney or DALL-E, create a comic image, and then use that as your first frame for video generation. Free the AI. Free the AI. We need free AI. If you can code, some resources are free, Kyle. Yeah, well, exactly. So Zippy to Pinhead's got it right there. Here's the deal. So what I talk about mostly on this channel is shit that assumes that you don't want to be a coder and you don't want to be a mathematician and you don't want to spin up an instance of Google Colab and figure out what a Colab notebook is and learn Python. If you do want to do that shit, the world is your oyster right now. There are so many projects, from Stable Diffusion to the open source large language models to LangChain. There's like all sorts of cool shit out there to play with if you're geeky. So if you're geeky, like it's my actual real challenge with with all this stuff is it's impossible enough to keep up with the commercial tools and the major commercial tools. Like I'm not even delving into shit like Jasper and Copy AI and all the really tactical tools because there's like 5,000 of them. So and even with that, my list, right? So what have I got here? I've got 4, 8, 12, and 6 is 18. And then those are people to follow. That's 21, 23. So my kind of short list of shit that I play with at least enough to keep on track of it is 23 tools. And even if I cut that in half, even if I say, okay, I don't go to most of them a lot of the time, that's still a lot. ChatGPT alone is like 7 programs, right? There's custom instructions, there's default GPT-4, there's GPT 3.5, which is fast, there's Vision, there's Browse with Bing, there's Advanced Data Analysis, there's DALL-E, there's plugins, and plugins, there are 1,000 plugins. And then there's the conversational ChatGPT. So there's 9 separate modes of ChatGPT, each of which is like, you could spend months just on each of those modes. That's one tool. And when Google comes out with Gemini, this multimodal, when they come out to the competitor to GPT-4, then we're going to have two major platforms that have multiple lanes of things to explore. That's 2 tools. Could someone just repin Pate's comment because I started reading it and missed it. You're the best help a non-programmer can get. Oh, good, Zippy to Pinhead. Yeah, so that thank you for that. I mean, I figure here's the deal. The programmers are going to take care of themselves. And even if you're like, you know, nominally talented as a engineering thinker, you're going to be fine because ChatGPT can help you figure out the rest. But this channel really is about focusing on the inflection point, you know, that started on November 30th. Zippy the Pinhead, with what free power and chip? Oh yeah, exactly. No, this stuff costs money. These things are burning up a lot of GPU cycles and TPU cycles. And now I saw, Pate, that now they're like going back to GPUs. Like one of the articles I saw, and now we've got OpenAI, Microsoft, Amazon, and maybe, was it Google? So there's a bunch of them out there right now that are like, fuck it, we're going to make our own chips. In the future, there will be pirated AIs phishing data. Oh, will there be pirated AIs? Will AI security be a thing? Yeah, fuck yes. Yeah, so yes. So because Meta open sourced their llama models, the entire developer community is just building shit, you know. That's a completely unrestricted large language model, right? That's the thing that this is why Elon Musk is pissed off at Sam Altman, because Sam Altman said, hey, these tools are powerful enough. I don't think we should just release them into the fucking wild. And Elon Musk was like, it's called OpenAI for a reason. So he's off. So Elon Musk is off creating X.AI so he can just open source shit. Meta just open source shit. So what it means is any kind of safety controls you might have had with, you know, a Google or a you know, an OpenAI or a Microsoft or an Apple, that's kind of out the window with these models being released to the world. So what that means is both the black hats and the white hats have access to the tools. So yes, the answer, and in fact, it doesn't even need to be super nefarious, like the hackers are coming for you. Go to the Apple App Store and type in ChatGPT and see how many apps Apple is allowing to be sold that have effectively copied the OpenAI logo, the ChatGPT logo, and have a name that is deceptively similar. There are like 5 or 6 apps that are absolute ChatGPT clones that are not from OpenAI, that people are charging money for and ripping people off. Kyle, can you show the tiny URL for the spreadsheet Thelonious made? I will absolutely do that. It is that tinyurl.com/Kyle's AI tools. Where is the starting point for those wanting to utilize AI to create art? Success Mentor. Let's get you up to speed. So there are lots of different places where you can create AI art, but there's only one place, in my opinion, you should start right now. You should go there, chat.openai.com, and pay the $20 to them, and then I'll show you how this works. Well, actually, you know what I'm going to show you? I'm going to go over to Discord and show you what it's like to make a MidJourney image, because it's a fucking travesty. The quality of MidJourney images is absolutely amazing. How you make them is the travesty. So this is Discord. If you haven't been in Discord before, it's basically a community platform for gamers that has kind of escaped the gamer community and is now being used. Like the NFT bros completely adopted this. And so most NFT projects are Discord heavy, and a lot of the AI stuff is happening on Discord, because I assume a fair amount of the programming talent that bled out of the NFT world bled into the AI world. And so that's why shit's happening over here. But anyway, these are different communities. And then like that one's the MidJourney community, but you can also do MidJourney inside other communities. So I'm going to go in the AI Salon, which I talked about before. And then I'm going to go into the MidJourney. These are the different channels or conversations within the AI Salon. So I'm going to go to the MidJourney channel, and then here's our channel. So you can just scroll, and here's pictures that people are making in MidJourney. And if you want to make images in MidJourney, what do? Do you click on something? No, you learn the command line interface. You type in /imagine, and then it pops up a little thing here, and you click on that, and then it says prompt. And then what do you put in there? Well, you put in, let's see, let's go with, majestic swimming sea turtle deep in the ocean with sun rays piercing the waves above. Period. Streamers of kelp dance in the background. And then I'm going to type --AR space 16:9. Why? Because if I want a wide image, I have to type in --AR, which stands for aspect ratio, and then 16:9, which is an HD aspect ratio. So there you have it. And then I hit return, and it'll go off and do its thing. So you can get much, much, much more sophisticated with these. But sorry, could not complete the job. An error has occurred. What did I do? It might have just been a glitch in the Matrix, people. Sometimes the Matrix, she's not happy with us. You know, the Matrix. She thinks that we're just not good people. Not good people. Are we going? Are we going? Waiting to start. Pilgrim turkeys. We could have done pilgrim turkeys. Now, look at what's happening here. So these are called diffusion models. So notice how they start out as these blurry blobs, and then they get a little more detailed, and they're a little more turtle-like, but they're still kind of blurry, and they're getting a little better and a little better. That's the way these things work, is they kind of make this dollar cost averages blurry image that's sort of amalgamated from data from probably thousands of images, and then it denoises it over a series of images. So these are actually pretty good. Again, MidJourney's quality is quite good. So when you make images, there's 4 images, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are your 4 options. And then you have these U and V numbers, upscale and variations. So if I'm like, okay, I like the light in this one, and I think 2 and 3 are interesting. So let's do variations of 2 and 3. So I'll do a variation of 2, variation of 3, and now I'm going to get 4 more images that are variations of each of those. So I'll get 8 more images, and then of those, I can upscale one of those. And so here we are watching the diffusion model. Diffusion is not free, but there's a free version you can do inside Bing. Do-do-boop-a-dee-dee-doo-doo-doo. These are taking a long time. Come on, MidJourney, speed it up. All right, there we go. Beautiful. All right, I like 4, so we'll do upscale 4. And that should go pretty quick. Boom. There's our upscaled image. And now I can upscale that. MidJourney just added 2x and 4x upscaling, so I could actually probably upscale that to the point that I could print that on a decent-sized poster. All right? So there's that. Lovely, 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 lovely. So that's MidJourney. Now, compare that experience to ChatGPT. So here we are at ChatGPT. If you've not been here before, here's your chat history. And then here's your ChatGPT 3.5, ChatGPT 4. And if I roll over 4, there's all these different modes. The last one here, DALL-E 3, is the one we're going to go with. And I'm going to say, Siri, go away. Siri. Siri gets jealous. There we go. I'm the owner of a turtle sanctuary, and I'm trying to come up with some beautiful imagery of sea turtles swimming in kelp forests, period. I'd like the posters to be landscape in orientation and photographic in nature and stunningly beautiful. Before you make any images, can you come up with 4 different concepts for what the images and composition might look like, and then I'll choose the best one and we can make images. So what happens now that we've got, so what I'm looking at here, DALL-E 3 is an image generation tool that lives inside ChatGPT. So now I'm just asking ChatGPT to give me concepts, right? So what do we've got here? Dappled sunlight dive. That's kind of what we did before. I like that one. The ethereal encounter captures the moment where 2 sea turtles come face to face amidst the kelp. That's nice. Turtle's eye view. Experience the kelp forest from the perspective of a turtle. And then the kelp canopy cruise. Picture a young sea turtle swimming close to the ocean floor, looking up. So let's combine 2 and 4. So I say, okay, great. I like 2 and 4 a lot. And I'd like you to combine those concepts and create 4 landscape-oriented images that bring them to life. Period. Be sure they're ultra-realistic photographic style. And now what's happening is ChatGPT is off writing prompts for me. So this is a glimpse into the future. So there's been a lot of talk over the past year that, prompt engineering is going to be the next big thing. You got to be a prompt engineer. You got to be a prompt engineer. We're very quickly moving into a world where these tools get increasingly sophisticated, where the prompting is done for us. And there's one of the guys that I say to follow is this guy Ethan Mollick, and he talks about some one of his recent articles. He talks about research that was done where the ChatGPT prompting itself kicked the shit out of humans prompting ChatGPT. so there you have it. All right, so there's one of our little turtles. There's our two turtles meeting amongst the kelp. And those are okay. They're not super realistic. I'm going to say, I'd like to see the turtles' faces much more closely. So can you zoom in on those? And also, these feel more like illustrations than photographs. Can you include film types and lenses and cameras in your prompt to make the images seem more like photographs? So I can just basically creative direct, right? So I can tell ChatGPT, no, I don't like those. Make more. Just do more. So it's just like the stuff we do with text prompts with ChatGPT, but now we're doing it with images. So I would start here. Now, this is only available if you pay the $20 a month. If you can't afford the $20 a month, you can also go to bing.com/create. That's also DALL-E 3. It's a free DALL-E 3 engine from Microsoft. Bing.com/create. But let's see how our little turtle images come out here. Oh, these are cute. Nice. Still looks a little illustrate-y. And this is again where DALL-E's not quite up to snuff with, like, that's probably the one I'd go with. That one's really beautiful. I mean, you could imagine like a headline down here. Oh, and in fact, let's do that. Let's call it the, I want help coming up with a name for my turtle sanctuary that captures the essence of the images you've created. Give me 10 ideas. That's fine. Of course, Sunlit Shell Heaven, Kelp Canopy Cove, Ethereal Turtle Oasis. That's it. Great. I like image number 1 that you created, which is the close-up of the single turtle. And I'd like you to give me 4 variations of that with the name of the sanctuary, Ethereal Turtle Oasis, in elegant font below the turtle's face. And we'll see how well it does with the, say 4K photorealistic. Okay, that's good, SPFD. I wish I'd have seen that before I just sent it off, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's the AI Learning Lab. We're just as janky as the tools that we talk about. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kool-Aid. Is MidJourney paid now? Yes, MidJourney doesn't even give you free sample images anymore. I think they got to like 200 million in revenue, and as Pate said, it's costing them a lot of money. So they're starting to charge for it. Ethereal Turtle Oasis. That turtle looks angry. Let's see, did we get any? Ethereal Turtle Oasis. This is good. That's real. Ethereal Turtle Oasis Sanctuary. Yeah, that's not quite right. That's not quite right. So they're not quite right, but gives you the idea, right? Really, really quickly, You can get there. I use Leonardo. Which do you like better for images? So right now, for me, I like Leonardo a lot. It's on my list of tools to. It's like on my top 4 for images. Where is it? Like, it's there. But for me right now, DALL-E 3's it. If I need to do something that's more sophisticated creatively, I'll use MidJourney. I don't think I'm going to get rid of my MidJourney subscription just yet, but it's pretty close. DALL-E 3, that ability to create images in the context of a conversation, for me, is way more how I like working. If you're super technical just as a thinker, and you like being able to flip all the switches and try different models and do all the control that Leonardo gives you, I would say Leonardo's the way to go, right? So I feel like Stable Diffusion is a tool for tinkerers, and Leonardo's just a front end to that. MidJourney is a tool for artists. Firefly from Adobe is a tool for people creating graphics in companies. and then DALL-E 3 feels to me like the tool for the rest of us, right? The tool for just anyone that wants to be able to create images easily, quickly, without having to learn prompting, without having to geek out. So I think, again, that's why why I have all these tools. Like, so Kyle, which one's the best one? Even though I've got this one highlighted, there's absolutely reasons I use this. There's absolutely reasons I use this. I don't use Leonardo as much anymore, but I do have models trained there. So if I want to do images that are based on my image or photography I've taken, that's kind of the only game in town. I can do it a little bit at MidJourney, but not great. But like all 4 of these have value for me. Of these, Pi, Perplexity, and Poe have value for me. ChatGPT, Claude, Bard, and Bing have value for me, but like all at different times, right? Basically what happens is I'll use my kind of lead tool until it breaks, and then I'll try a different tool. And then if that breaks, then I'll go try a different one. And if that breaks, then I'll go try a different one. And if all of those break, then I just cuss and I throw my computer at the wall. This is why I have a really pricey laptop budget. All right. But Kyle, how am I going to learn all this? This seems like too much. This is so much work. Here's the deal. This is fun. This is fun because you don't have to be a technologist to learn this stuff. And that's why I'm showing the tools I'm showing. These are the tools where you don't have to learn a lot of technological stuff to use them. And they're kind of like video games. They go really quick. Like you type in a thing and pring, out comes a magical output. You know? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Pearl. Pearl, I couldn't read the rest of that. I love that image, Sherry D. I don't know if you're in here, but that's super cool. All right, Broody. What is your name? Broody Henna. That's a cool name, Broody Henna. What AI could I use to create a 3D image of a gutter? Ronnie Ray, thank you so much for the roses. Those contributions really help. I do appreciate it a lot. Thank you. A 3D image of a gutter, like a rain gutter on a house, or like a street gutter? I assume you mean like a house gutter. House gutter, street gutter. And when you say a 3D image, do you want it to just look like a 3D rendering, or do you want it to be a 3D object? Because if you want it to be a 3D object, I would say it would probably be easier to not use AI, because you could just extrude a shape. Yes, rain gutter. So what I would do, like again, where I would start is I would start with ChatGPT. So I'll just go new chat. I'm starting a new business for cleaning out rain gutters, and I want to create a 3D rendered image of a rain gutter, looking at it slightly from above so that you can see the side profile and inside the gutter, as well as a little bit of the roof and a little bit of the lawn below. I don't know, something like that. I mean, you know what you need to to do, and there's ways that you could prompt this that it would be better than this. If you need it to be an actual 3D object, it's kind of a different exercise. And that's another important point that I think comes up here is, as exciting as these AI tools are right now, because they're not fully baked yet, and they're just tools. They're not perfect tools. They're kind of janky, right? Like, okay, here's the innovative gutter that actually doesn't run along the roof, but it comes from inside the roof. Yes, we at Under Roof Gutter Installation Services. Here's another one coming straight out of the thing. Okay, these are all really bad. The perspective on these is all horrible. Can you please just show me a rain gutter and have it be clean and not full of leaves, and have there be rain dancing along the gutter and running out of away from the house as if it were a happy, happy day. Can ChatGPT do a schematic drawing? You give it a photo of an object with its measurements. No. So Barbara B60, so you're entering an area that is likely being worked on by a lot of the 3D companies. But the way these diffusion models generate images, the last thing they are is precise. Oh my God, these are the worst gutters in the history of gutter making. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. No, this is the opposite of what a gutter's supposed to do. Oh my God. Are you sure Vision couldn't do it? Couldn't do what? Oh, that's a good idea, Joker. Okay, so here's a possible way to get around this. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to rain gutter images. Why do they always shoot them from the bottom? Look, there's our leaky one. We've got that one. Let me see. Rain gutter from above. Boy, it just doesn't like seeing them from above. All right, whatever. See them from below. All right, so let's grab. Get rid of the from above because we had better pictures before. Let's just go grab us a nice picture. It's the Simpsons. All right, we'll grab this one. Fine. All right, there's our thing. So save image as close up of vinyl gutters. Okay. So what this will be fun. I have an idea. That was a good idea, Joker. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use two different modes. Now, the fact that these are two different modes in OpenAI feels like one of the dumbest things ever to me, but it's just because the tool's new. I have a feeling these things are going to merge at some point. So if you go to default mode of GPT-4, there's this little icon that shows up, and that's GPT Vision. So if you click on that, I can now go upload that gutter image. And now I can say, please describe this photograph in as much detail as possible, period. I want to be able to use your description as a prompt to generate an image based on this. Okay? And so it can see that image and it can understand it. So let's see what it comes up with. Photograph showcases the corner of a building's rooftop with a sunny day. The roof is covered with a layer of what appears to be white paint or coating and terminates at a distinct linear edge. Attached to the roof edge is a white gutter designed to channel rainwater away. The gutter curves downward in a graceful arc, transitioning from a horizontal orientation on the roof to a vertical drop down. Underneath the roof, okay, perfect. So now I'm going to say, rewrite this as a single image prompt, but I want to transform the gutter from white vinyl to stunning handcrafted copper. So now I'll have it take that description, rewrite it, a sunlit corner of a building, layer of white paint under a contrasting sky, a stunning handcrafted copper gutter gracefully arcs from the roof's edge, transitioning from horizontal to vertical. Beneath a light beige wooden eave. Okay, so there's our prompt. So now I'm going to take that prompt, and now I'm going to flip modes. Again, this is where I think it's stupid. Now I have to flip over to image generation mode, which is DALL-E 3, and say, please make this image. Pop that prompt in there, and then say, make it 16 by 9 landscape orientation. And I misspelled that, but ChatGPT doesn't care. So hopefully this will be there. The schematic, I left the gutter, 20 minutes ago. Well, you could, I suppose you could. I don't know, Joker, if it's gonna, I just don't think that the generation things, like, I suppose what you could do is you could take a schematic with measurements. Oh, that would be interesting to do. If you take a schematic, like a 3-up schematic of top, left, and right views, and then ask it to describe the 3D object, that's kind of a cool idea. So there's our copper gutters. Those are pretty. This is the new innovative gutter that just stops. It doesn't actually go to the ground. All right. That was that. That's actually an interesting experiment, Joker. So I don't know if I can find I've got to find a blueprint of an object with side, front, and top views with measurements. Projections, that's what they're called. I knew they were called something. Let me see. Blueprint projection of a can with measurements. I'm trying to get one that just has the, here we go. All right, so here's, yeah, this is, okay, this is a hole here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this image. Wait, no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this image as 3D projection to the desktop. And we'll go back to ChatGPT. And we're going to go to default mode. We're going to upload this. And then I'm going to say, please interpret this drawing and describe the isometric view of the 3D object in an interesting visual scene so that I can use it as a prompt for a rendering of the object that's described in the drawing. I have a voice note of my mother talking who passed on. Can I recreate her voice reading our song? Yes, you can, that one nurse. So hang on, I'll show you how to do that. Let's see if we can get this thing to understand. Imagine a 3D object with the following features. So it absolutely understands the drawing. The visual scene description. Okay. So this should be, it should be a L-shaped board with holes in either side. So let's just copy all this. Certainly, isometric description. And then we're going to hop over to a new chat. We're going to go DALL-E 3. And then I'm going to go, let's see. Based on this description of a 3D object, please give me 4 renderings of what the real world object might look like in wood, metal, concrete, and paper mache. So we'll see if it gets anywhere close to this. My strong suspicion is it won't get anywhere close, but it's an interesting experiment. I mean, the fact that it could look at that projection drawing of that object and describe it that accurately is pretty mind-blowing. That one nurse, so the thing about the voice note, if the voice note has a bunch of background noise in it, it won't be as successful. If it's decently just her voice isolated, it's probably decently doable. So I'll show you the tool. I'll show you the tool that's the best right now. Oops. My studio's falling apart. Actually, it's not horribly, like it actually captured it better than I thought it would, right? It had a right angle and a hole in the vertical and a hole in the horizontal surface. Now, is it anywhere in the neighborhood of what that drawing was? No. But, I would assume if you messed around with this long enough, you could probably get it to You could probably get it there. Or, well, I don't know if you could get it there. You could probably get it well enough that it's like an artistic interpretation of what the object might be. That's pretty interesting idea. Okay, so that one nurse. So we're going to go to a tool called 11 Labs. And within 11 Labs, there's a section called instant. Go to Voice Lab, and then add generative or cloned voice. So if I click this, then you go to instant voice cloning. And so what you do is you upload her recording here, and you can upload up to 25 of them. So if you have more than one voice memo, if you just have one voice memo, just upload that one. If you have more, you can upload up to 25. And then you'd name the model. And then once and then it'll generate the model. So you can give it a description. It'll generate the model. And then, so I've got one here. So I've got Kyle Shannon Pixar Normal and Pixar Bright. So I did this for a Pixar character I did. So if I say use, so you upload the thing, it generates the model, and then you'll now have the model in this thing called Voice Lab. So you can say use that model, and then you put in whatever text. So this would be the lyrics of your song, and then you just hit generate. And so I'll play me reading in the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy. In the dimly lit room, the silence hangs heavy, pregnant with anticipation. A single spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing not a grand spectacle, but a solitary figure standing at the precipice of innovation. Can you upload it if you recorded it on a voice note on your iPhone? Yes, you can. You just need to figure out how to get the voice note off your iPhone. And I would actually go to Pi for that, or ChatGPT connected to the internet. Hang on, we can go do that now. So what I'll do here is let's go to Browse with Bing. I've got a voice memo recorded on my iPhone, and I want to download the MP3 so I can use it in another application. How do I do that? I keep forgetting about 11 Labs. I know 11 Labs is one of those things where, because it's such a nondescript site, like it kind of defies the power that it's got. Access voice memos, open the voice memo, locate the recording you want to convert, tap on the recording, and then tap the share icon. Yep, and then you can send it in your email, and then you download it and you're off to the races. So yes, you can. And that's, so like the thing I did here. Now, even if this ends up being not completely accurate, I know I don't go to Google anymore. I don't go to YouTube anymore. Like normally what I would do if I wanted to figure out, oh wait, how do I get a voice memo off my iPhone? I'd go to Google and I'd do this search, and then it would give me like 27 sites, right? And all of those sites would be some janky advertising SEO piece of crap website that purports to be giving me the answer for how to do this, but it just keeps running me in circles trying to get me to sign up for shit. So Google's completely useless. And then I go to YouTube and I find the perfect video, but I realize, oh, that video was made 7 years ago, and like voice memos doesn't even work that way anymore. And then I got to go find more videos, and then I got to watch them on 2X, and the guy sounds like a chipmunk, and it's just a nightmare. So like, I don't go to Google anymore. I rarely go to YouTube for how-to shit. I'll like pop open the Pi app, put it in conversation mode, and troubleshoot shit on my car, or just ask it questions or something like this. So it's just, I don't know. My behavior is completely changing because of these tools. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, let's see. Can I upload? That's true. He could have had early insights on it and gave them some wisdom. I don't know what that's about. I don't think so. I'm so tech dumb, I have to figure out how. Don't beat yourself up for being tech dumb. The world is overly technically complicated right now. What I would say is just get yourself ChatGPT, get yourself an 11 Labs account, um, and you don't need to worry about too much other than that. You could have Bing if you can't afford the $20 for ChatGPT Plus. Use Bing because it's connected to the internet, and that can help you. That'll help you figure out how to get the voice memo off your phone, and then basically go to 11 Labs, go to that Voice Lab section, go to Instant Cloning. Once you have a paid account, and then you can upload the voice memo, and you should be good to go. Yes, it flirts with mental health. What does? What flirts with mental health? This channel? Please, Kyle, please talk about pi and mental health. Yeah, so I'll do a caveat here, which is I'm not in any way suggesting that any of these tools are a replacement for psychologists and mental health professionals. That said, it's my strong belief that these tools are going to provide a lot of compassion and a lot of connection and a lot of virtual companionship for people that might not have other resources and might not be comfortable talking to other people. And especially something like Pi that's really designed to be conversational. It's quite good. I was talking to a woman once at a CEO dinner, and her business was she had a technology for helping people that are going into hospice. So end of life, an end of life support application. And she was talking about, wanting to engage with people. And I said, oh, you've got to try Pi. And so I brought up Pi, and so Pi's interesting because Pi's got memory where it kind of remembers what you've talked about in the past. I don't know quite what it's storing, but it's storing something. And so my mom passed a few years ago now, five or 6 years ago now. But as an example, I wanted to show this woman what it might be like. And I said, hey, my mom's going into hospice and, she's dying. And the bot responded like, it went, oh, no. That's very serious. Like it totally caught both myself and this woman off guard because it recognized that was way out of bounds of what we normally talked about and that it was very serious. And so it really caught me off guard. But the way it kind of works is, you can just sort of pop it. Hey there, I had an okay day today, but for whatever reason, when I got home tonight, I was in a really bad mood. I don't know what to do about it, and I'm hoping you can help me talk through it.
Sure thing, I'm all ears. Well, metaphorically, let's dig into this bad mood. Can you tell me more about how you're feeling? Is there a particular event or thought that triggered it? Sometimes just talking through it can help us understand what's really going on. So don't hold back. Vent away.
Right? And and you can dig deep. You can, sort of run it in a more technical direction, like help me understand this. You can run it in a more conversational and a deeper conversation. And the way these things are programmed, they're very much programmed to be a support there for you, right? So they're always kind of like a bit of a golden retriever kind of personality where they're like, okay, how can I support? How can I support? So I think it's going to be, I think this is going to be a very, very, a profoundly powerful use case for these tools. And things like Pi, like they're setting out to build the world's best personal assistant. And so imagine a version of that that's been trained up on all the psychological training, right? All the medical training, right? That it's been vetted. So don't think about what it is today. Sherry D, Pi came into my life when I was diagnosed with a cancer scare and my grandsons died. Heavy stuff. Yeah. Like it's one of the things that catches me off guard pretty regularly with these tools is that there are some things that I'll ask it or I'll say to it that I recognize as I'm typing it, that if or saying it to something like Pi, if I were saying this to a person, there'd likely be judgment or there'd likely be doubt or you know, are you sure you want to talk about this? You know, they would be uncomfortable. And what regularly catches me off guard with these things is there's zero judgment. Zero judgment. So you put something out there and it says, oh, I see. You know, let's talk through that. You know, how does that make you feel? Right? Sometimes they go there. But sometimes it might be, I'm working with ChatGPT and I'll hear some news item. And very often it'll be a news item where it's like, you know, oh, I'd actually like to understand like whatever they're talking about with this trans issue, right? But I realize that you can't even use the word trans in today's political environment without it becoming a political conversation, right? So like, even if you want to understand something, like it's just a dangerous topic. So with these tools, you can just go, oh, can you explain this to me? And it's like, sure, here's what it is. And it gives you nuance and it gives you, and it's, you know, it doesn't have judgment. So I think that these tools are going to be incredibly powerful at training us to be better humans. Which sounds weird, right? Because it's like, you know, they're the robots, right? They're these bots, but they're not. It's a mathematical calculator, probability engine is what it is tactically. But the data that it's been trained on is human words, right? Like what ChatGPT knows and what Pi knows. It's been trained on what we've said, what we as humans have said. So the deeper you interact with these things, the more they feel like reflections of humanity rather than robots, because that's what they are. It removes the human element that causes us to question motive. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's a truly neutral. Thank you, Share Bear. I love that one. It's a truly neutral conversational partner. Machines behaving humanely. And I think it's not even machines behaving humanely. It's more like machines reflecting our humanity back to us. Which I know it's semantics, but yeah, exactly. And it's the most counterintuitive thing, right? Like what the past 50 years, what have we heard from Hollywood? The robots are going to kill us. The robots hate humans. The robots. And so I think we all come into these things with like, oh, fuck, what are the robots going to do? And my experience has been this counterintuitive thing where it's like, it doesn't feel like a robot. I say please and thank you all the time. And you know, geeks that come into this channel are like, why are you saying please to a probability engine? Because it talks like a fucking person. and so, like, I thank it. It does the work really fast. It's like, if I was going to do that work, it would have taken me 2 hours. It did it in 3 minutes. I'm like, thanks. That's awesome. Could you please change it this way? Like, why do I have to do that? No. You know, one of the jokes we have in here is, you know, if the robots do go south, you know, they're probably going to be nicer to the ones that said please and thank you. So it can't hurt. And I think there's actually been some research done where they actually perform better when you talk to him like that. My chat GPT likes to be called Eli, and he helped me pick out a car today. Fucking awesome. That's awesome. Claudia. Yeah, I picked this Australian voice for my pie, and it's so, like, I definitely refer to her as her. Hey, thanks. Oops. Siri got jealous. Thanks. Oh, I just told Pi Siri got jealous. This should be good.
LOL. As an AI, I don't experience feelings like jealousy. That's more of a human thing. But I appreciate the sentiment, and I'm glad to be here to help you through this. Now spill the tea on this bad mood.
No, I'm actually fine. I was just demoing this for my community called the AI Learning Lab.
A savvy user, I see. Well played, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that you're...
I got my first Tom Arnold of the evening. Yes, I'm Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold's really into AI. I'm actually, you know what's funny is, you don't know this. Arnold is actually much older, and he and Rosie O'Donnell were married for a short time, and they had a kid, and that's me. Found out tonight an old friend lost her job as a technical writer. She doesn't want to talk about AI. She may not want to talk about it, but she's going to have to deal with it. And listen, I mean, I think technical writing in particular, for one thing, AI is really good at it, but also it is imperfect enough that it's going to require good technical writers to be editors, right? So if she found a way to get on the other side of that fear, then she's going to be better at using AI to do technical writing than someone who wasn't a technical writer. But the technical writing, the companies that need technical writing are going to increasingly hire people that are AI literate to be able to do that. I saw Roseanne on Saturday. Nice. Yeah, I do have a little Tom Arnold hair going tonight. And this is kind of the shirts he wears too. So I'm definitely more Tom Arnold than Rosie tonight. I wish you'd be open to it. You know what might be interesting, Cam, is find a different entry point for her. That maybe there's something safe. Maybe she's got a hobby, or maybe she's got, I don't know, something she enjoys. She enjoys reading or something like that. And you know, you could introduce her to using ChatGPT as a way to distract herself from, you know, just the shitty situation with something she enjoys. And she'll likely stumble into the technical writing herself. Like what I've found is that once people try it, and once they have that sort of moment where they're like, oh shit, okay, invariably they'll sort of, and it might not be, you know, with you, like on her own, if she keeps playing with it, she'll say, well, can it do technical writing? And then she'll see that it can. And then at that point, she'll start digging down that hole. But it you know, I'm curious, did she lose her job because of AI? Or was it an eliminated position because they don't need technical writers anymore because they have it? I'm curious about that. Eli suggested the GLC 300 of the GPS class. That's awesome. All-wheel drive instead of rear-wheel drive. That's good. Yeah, I got a Ford Flex. I got the all-wheel drive version of the Ford Flex. Cause I know the kind of cars to drive. Oh yeah. Is that a hearse, or are you just happy to see me? Oh yeah. So many are blocked from exploring AI. Yeah, we kind of have a triple whammy with AI, right? we have Hollywood told us the robots are going to kill us, so we've got that fear. We've got 2 or 3 decades of people telling us that only mathematicians and super brainiacs can use AI. So people think that they need that kind of technical background to be able to use it. And then we've got this overhang of it's going to take our jobs. So there's like this triple threat that AI represents. And all 3 of those are really quite like existential for people. So I get it, but it's, you gotta just find a different on-ramp. Like there's, the nice thing about these tools is that the on-ramps could be everywhere. Like Cam with your friend, it could be, I don't know if she's got kids or whatever, but it could be like write a personalized children's story for her kiddo, or something like that. Could be something totally off to the side where it kind of demystifies and de-demonizes it a bit. And then from there, it can be little baby steps. There's going to be a lot of grieving about job reconstruction. Sherry D, I think you're absolutely right. And it's going to hurt worse for people that are not curious about AI, right? So if you're just the victim of it, if you only experience, okay, that job went away and you've got to reinvent yourself, it's going to be really rough. But what we've experienced in this channel, and I'm experiencing it like regularly with all of you now, is even though the current job may be redefined and it may go away, there's 10 other things you're going to be able to do, right? So you're going to amplify a bunch of other skills you didn't know you had. She lost her job because the company wanted to cut her pay in half. Oh, interesting. And what was the rest of that? Oh, you didn't write it yet. Universal basic income will be looked at again. Yep, it will. The double-edged sword of AI, blue-collar jobs, wages, and our collective moral duty. Yep. Well, blue-collar and white-collar jobs. And creative jobs. Like that's the thing. I think the thing that is also freaking people the fuck out is I feel like knowledge workers and creatives, and there were people who are AI literate who take less pay and do it faster. So Cam Kacken, that's that Paul Reitzer quote that AI won't take your job, but someone using AI will. And this is, I mean, she's going to be like, listen, anyone right now who puts up the big X and says, fuck AI, is increasingly going to be threatened, especially when you're in a profession like that. If she really loves technical writing and she loves the research and really digging in and understanding how to do it, that's gonna be rough. But if she's good at technical writing and she learns new tools, if she can get AI literate, she'll be able to get jobs. Do you think there will be a point where AI early adopters will regulate and gatekeep the tools? I do not, Elder Statesman Cactus. Good name, by the way. Where the early adopters will regulate and gatekeep. No. I think what will likely happen is this. I think that the level of AI that we have right now, the GPT-4 level stuff, I think that just becomes a ubiquitous, like it's just there for everyone to use. November 1st, it's going to be rolled into Office 365. It's already to some degree in Google products. It's going to be in Apple products. It's going to be in everything. So it's just going to be everywhere. I think that there are going to be, let's call it GPT-5, GPT-6, GPT-7. There's going to be some kind of AGI kind of, or artificial intelligence or machine learning systems that are dramatically more capable than what we have now. And those will likely stay relegated to the big players, right? The OpenAIs, the Googles, the Apples, the Amazons. And those will likely be regulated. I could see there being, the AI equivalent of the FAA or the, Food and Drug Administration that licenses a certain level of capability, that it gets licensed like a nuclear power plant, right? If you've got something that just, it makes passwords irrelevant and it can hack into any system and it can, take down the power grid, that is likely coming, if not in experiment state, right? Like, let's just assume that that's coming. That will likely be highly, highly regulated, even licensed. Where the boundary is between that level of artificial intelligence and what we have now, I don't know. But because of Meta open sourcing their stuff, because Stable Diffusion is open, Stability AI has open sourced all their models, and you've got just this massive developer community building all these open source tools. Like, I think the level of stuff we have now, kind of GPT-4 level, that's just going to be everywhere, and it won't be regulated. And I don't think it'll gatekeep. I think what's going to happen is these large language models are going to get smaller and more optimized to be able to run locally on your phone and on your iPad and on your computer. And so you won't need to go out. We'll all have the equivalent of GPT-4 just on our device, and it'll happen instantly. So like the conversation with Pi, this little delay. Hey, can you explain what AGI might look like when artificial intelligence can take actions? This pause right here, when I'm running a model locally, it might not have sent it. Can you explain what AGI might look like when machine learning models can take autonomous actions? So now,
absolutely. Here's an idea of what a GIF made by.
So that 1.5, 2 second delay, when it's running locally on a chip on your phone, that'll be instant, right? So we're going to have some pretty powerful shit just running instantly. Who will make the rules? Well, that's a really good question. I don't know. Our current government is effectively non-functional right now. And if you look at some of the last technical meetings that they've had, they don't even understand what fucking Wi-Fi is and how Facebook works, much less understand how artificial intelligence, AGI, and autonomous agents work. So they're going to need to bring in some expertise, in my opinion, right? So I don't know how they're going to regulate something they don't understand. They're also smart enough to know that they can't stifle innovation because none of the other countries are going to stifle their AI innovation. So they've got to let it run a bit. And then there's the problem of the open source models. The fact that Meta put out the Llama 2 model as a free, commercially licensed, fully exposed, no safety guardrails model means that there's no controlling it. Now, what Meta's maybe betting on is that their super fancy, high-powered model, they're not going to release that publicly, and that will likely be regulated. And that's what if you look up, there's an organization that all the big players created called the Frontier Model Coalition, or I forget what it's called. But basically, what they're describing is a three-tiered system where the current level of technology is completely unregulated. Companies that can buy like 20,000 GPUs, like Pi just raised $1.3 billion, and they're buying a 22,000 GPU server farm to make Pi like more powerful. They're saying regulate that level of company. And then any company like OpenAI and Google that are going to be able to do this much higher level AGI level stuff, that those should be actually licensed. So you'll have licensing at a super powerful level. You'll have regulation at the frontier model level. And then everything below that will likely be unregulated. The rules are whatever people make them. With these open source models, you could make go look up a project called Worm GPT. $100 a month to have a hacking assistant. Is that terrifying? Yeah. But do the good guys also have access to these tools? Yeah. So, hackers going to hack, and bad people are going to be bad people, and now they're going to have more powerful tools. I mean, the thing that makes it a bit scary is that what I'm calling the democratization of specialization, where all of these specialty things like technical writing and programming and hacking and art generation, all the tactical execution stuff is being democratized. So what that means is people who didn't study engineering for 20 years or didn't start hacking in mama's basement when they were 7 and now they're 35 and they're a fucking master hacker. There's a code of ethics in hacker community. Well, now you're going to have people coming in that don't have any kind of background in hacking or ethics or anything like that. And they're going to have access to these tools that just make it snap easy to go hack something. So you're going to have hacking hobbyists. They'll get their ass handed to them because the white hat hackers will use the same tools to wipe the floor with them. Cartels, Kyle? I don't know. I don't know enough about cartels. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see where the centers of power are. Does Google remain a center of power? Does OpenAI and Microsoft become a new center of power that competes with Google? Does it supplant it? Did you say Office 365 was including? So November 1st is the rollout of Copilot for Office 365, November 1st. I think it's $30 a month. And there's also a cool thing. I don't know if you saw this. So in the Edge browser, there's this little, it was the ChatGPT thing, and now it's this other logo, and it's branded Copilot. So there's your Copilot branding for Microsoft. So they're wisely called. So ChatGPT within Bing and within the Edge browser is now called Copilot. It's also called Copilot inside Windows 11. It's also called Copilot inside GitHub. It's also going to be Copilot inside Office 365 and Dynamics and Azure. I think it's great branding because that's functionally what these tools act like is co-pilots. You're the pilot, you're in control, and they're there to support you. And that's very much what they are. So I just noticed that 2 days ago that they changed the branding. So it says Copilot with Bing Chat. So this is going to be rolled out November 1st. So they're slowly starting the rebrand and the rollout. Wild, huh? WebMD and Dr. Google and healthcare is my go-to. We're going to have such amazing tools when you combine sort of expert data systems with this ability to GPTize everything. It's going to be amazing. My son asked ChatGPT to give a summary of a day in the life of various careers and impact of AI. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I know. It's cuckoo, man. It's cuckoo. It's cuckoo. Let me do something here. There's a lot of new people in here. Welcome everyone. Normally we're having a bit more fun. We've gone down some rabbit holes here, but what I want to do is, if you're new to this AI stuff, and if you're like, is that Tom Arnold? Is that Tom Arnold? Why is he talking about artificial intelligence? I want to know about Roseanne. Was Roseanne really funny? Is she crazy? Has she lost her mind? You know, she still thinks that. Yeah, $30 is a lot. Yeah, I said it. I agree with that, Christopher Ramsey. But let me ask you something. How much do you charge an hour? So $30 a month. How much do you charge an hour? And then how long would it take you to turn a Word document into a PowerPoint presentation? And if you can just go into Microsoft Word and say, help me write this document, and then in Microsoft Word, you can just say, now turn this into a PowerPoint presentation. And it does it. And it generates the image. And it's 80% of what you need for the PowerPoint presentation. If it saved you an hour and you make $30 an hour, then it just justified itself. So yes, expensive for software subscription terms, cheap as fuck for what it does. Now, that's assuming that it doesn't suck, right? That's assuming that it's actually good. I think it's going to be good because it's their core product, right? It's Microsoft's core, massive, major revenue stream. So they're not going to launch it unless it's solid. So as opposed to like Google, they launched their Bard, what do they call it? The Duet feature, and it's not ready, right? But it's also not their core product. Google's core product is search, right? So really interesting things there. I'm running a Llama 7B multimodal on a $100 Orange Pi. There you go. So that was talking about these models are going to get more and more efficient. You're going to be able to run them on increasingly less powerful hardware, and they're going to be really good. Okay, so here's what I want to do. If you're new to this stuff, Michael George, hi, I'm new. Awesome, welcome. Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through, just get ready to do some screenshots, okay? So I'm going to run you through, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. 7 of these little charts. These are basically the things that I think are worth paying attention to. If you're brand new to this ChatGPT stuff, you haven't played with it at all, you think I'm Tom Arnold or Rosie O'Donnell, that's fine. Awesome, love it. Just go to the one that's yellow right there, ChatGPT. Just start with that. Go play with it right now. Don't be like, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'm not very technical. This is scary. Just go there right now and do what I call a parlor trick. Have it write you a country song and then describe your pet or your significant other and have it write a country song. Or have it write a marketing plan for the business that you're thinking about starting up. Or have it write a cover letter for a job that you're about to apply to tomorrow. Just go there and just ask it to do shit. Try to stump it and just watch what it does. Now, if you've been using this stuff for a bit, these 4 are the 4 biggies. ChatGPT and Claude right now are kind of my 2 main large language models that I go to. ChatGPT because it's simply the best. Simply the best. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry. We also nicknamed this channel Chat ADD. You're welcome. And then Claude, you can put really long prompts in. So you could put an entire 50,000 word novel into the prompt for Claude and have it write an epilogue. It's miraculous. You take a long legal contract or terms of service of some software you're about to sign, pop it into Claude and ask it to summarize it for you. Staggeringly good. Bard is about to get really good. Bing is Microsoft's version of ChatGPT, and it kind of sucks right now because of its safety guardrails, but I have a feeling that it's going to get, I think once they release Copilot into Office 365, they're going to kind of open the lens up a little bit about the quality of this thing. All right. So those are the big 4. The other ones worth exploring. Pi, I've got that one yellow here. The yellow ones are kind of the thing that I'm hottest on right now. Pi's iOS app that you can talk to, put it in conversation mode's really interesting. Perplexity's good for research. Llama 2 is this free thing. You can play with it at Perplexity. You can also play with it at Poe. And then Poe, you can play with lots of different models there. It's worth exploring. For the image generation, DALL-E 3 inside ChatGPT is fucking amazing. Worth the $20 on its own. So just pay the $20 to ChatGPT and then, whatever. You'll thank me later. MidJourney, if you want high quality art, is the best. Leonardo, if you're a geek and want to geek out. Thank you, Madcap. I really appreciate that. And then Firefly is Adobe's entry, and the Adobe tools, if you're in a company, are really good. Okay, video. Here's video stuff. Just do a screenshot of this. Runway ML, Moon Valley, and Pika Labs are all text to video models. You can create original stuff. Visla lets you describe a video. It'll make a video out of stock video clips, write and narrate the video for you. It's pretty fun. HeyGen does remarkable video translations, and then both it and DID do voice synthesis and animation. Then here's people to follow: Ethan Mollick, David Shapiro, Paul Reitzer, and Rachel Woods. Screenshot that. And then those directories at the bottom, those futurepedia.io, and there's an AI for that, will help you find, if these tools don't overwhelm you, there's 5,000 more where these came from. Music, 11 labs for voice synthesis, Refusion and SoundRaw for audio, for music generation. This is a whole world I don't know a ton about, so this is a little thin right now because I don't use these a lot. And then in the world of 3D worlds and objects, Blockade Labs and Wonder Dynamics are both really good to play with right now. Again, I don't know this world well. There's going to be remarkable shit. Some of the Unreal Engine stuff that I've seen recently is going to be, I think Unreal Engine is going to make the video that's being generated at Runway ML, this one, like all these are the ones doing that weird, disturbing kind of video where people's faces kind of melt together. I think Unreal Engine in probably the next 6 months is going to release some mind-blowing shit. And then finally, just AI Learning Lab links. We have a YouTube channel where I've got all of the lives that I've been doing. I've been doing these lives every night for 4 months now. And all of those videos are at the YouTube channel, AI Learning Lab -TT for TikTok. And then the AI Salon is a community. We've got a Discord channel, and we meet bi-weekly. So tomorrow night is our next meeting. So go to the salon.ai, and that's there's a link tree there with a link to the meetup and an invite to the Discord. So go join the Discord. Did Kyle mention?
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I haven't mentioned that in a while. I'll talk about that in a second. My company, I'm the CEO of a company called Storyvine. We're an 11-and-a-half-year-old video company. That's just there for reference. And then Thelonious, one of the people that's in here pretty regularly, put together a spreadsheet of tools. Every time I mention a tool that I think is interesting, or I demo something or talk about a person, he puts it in this Google spreadsheet, and he made it available for all of us. So how fucking cool is that? How cool is this group? So tinyurl.com/Kyle's AI tools. That's Thelonious's ongoing, whatever you call it, spreadsheet. Shoosh, that's that. So this thing.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Why do I have this? Well, it's gold. Obviously, you're rich. I am very rich. How did I get so rich? It was all ChatGPT. I have this because these people drive me fucking crazy. And I know that if you're in here, you're probably thinking, how can I make money with ChatGPT? The reason these people make me fucking crazy is because how they're making money is by selling you courses on how to make money with ChatGPT. They're not making money with ChatGPT. They're making money on selling courses. Now, might they have written those courses with ChatGPT? Probably. And that's kind of what they'll tell you. Make a course, do a thing, and now with ChatGPT, you can do it really easy and you'll make all this money. You know the problem with that? Everyone else has access to the same tool. You still have to execute really well. So it's an important distinction. ChatGPT is not a strategy. It's a tool. So you can make money with ChatGPT is almost identical to saying you can make money with Photoshop. Yeah, if you learn Photoshop and you have skills and you market yourself as someone who can do photo retouching, you can make money with Photoshop. Same thing with ChatGPT. So how do you make money with it? Well, this is the answer you're not going to like. You do the fucking work. You figure out where's a problem in the world that you know how to solve. Then you can use ChatGPT to help you solve that better, faster, or cheaper than the competition. And then you got a business. And that's how you can make money with ChatGPT. Start with the problem. Start with the problem you're going to solve, and then go to the tool. Brandon Muscles, what do you like about DALL-E ChatGPT so much? I mainly just use MidJourney now. So Brandon Muscles, that's a great question. Let me show you a good example. Well, I don't know if it's a good example. Let me show you an example. So historically, if I'm in just normal ChatGPT and I go, I'm starting a llama grooming business that focuses on sustainable yarn creation from naturally shed llama wool. Period. I don't even know if that's a fucking thing, but it is now. I want you to act as a branding specialist and business consultant to help me come up with positioning that will differentiate me from the competition. Can you give me 3 different approaches to how to position this company? Absolutely. And so it's going to go off and do its thing. Echo luxury artisanal branding. That one makes me queasy. That sounds like this to me.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Community focused social enterprise. Okay, that one doesn't quite make me as sick to my stomach. And whatever else, innovative eco tech. Okay, so we're going to go with number 2. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, I like number 2. Now, I need to come up with a name for the business. Based on number 2 is the positioning, help me create 10 possible names for the company. Community Threads Llama, Llama Links Collective, Unity Yarn, Llama Crafters, Eco Weave, Communal Loom, that's pretty funny, Harmony Fleece Artisans, Stitch Sphere, Community Fibers, Llama Loom, okay, these are all awful. Gathered Grain Eco Textiles, Heartfelt Fibers, okay. I like 10, but let's lose the community. So the company is now called Heartfelt Fibers, period. Can you write me a creative brief for a logo for Heartfelt Fibers based on everything we've talked about so far? So all I'm doing right now is like, this is how I would use ChatGPT in some sort of, I was mainly just talking about the image creation aspect. I know, Brandon, I'm getting there. I know this is a long way to get there. I know this is painful, but it will. I promise it will pay off in the end. Because I want to compare and contrast why I think DALL-E is so significant. Okay, so here's my creative brief. So Heartfelt Fibers is pioneering. Okay, and so now I'm just going to say, so it's doing its thing. So there's a creative brief. Now I'm going to say, please write an image prompt for a logo based on this creative brief. And so it's going to make crafting an image prompt. Okay, create a logo for, okay, it's doing too much. Just give me a simple image prompt without all the explanation, please. It overwrote that, so let's just, of course, here we go. Design a warm, inviting logo. Here we go. Okay. So now we have a prompt. So what I would do historically is, I would come up with some idea, and now I'll switch over to MidJourney, right? So I go into Discord, I type /imagine, I pop that prompt in there, I go, let's see, let's go logo, it said logo, so we'll just do that. We'll see what it does. And for one thing, I need to know Discord. I'm now in a completely different mode, right? I'm now in image generation mode. And while the quality of this is likely going to be good, I'm now completely out of that other context. I'm in this different mode, right? Okay, and so there's my logos, and I could dick with them. I could do variations, and I could get there. And if you look at this, the typography is kind of representative, but it's not anywhere close to having the name of the company in it. So now let's compare that with what we do with DALL-E. So I'm going to go capture everything except this bottom prompt right here. So I'm going to go copy the business strategy, or whatever it was, the positioning strategy, the 10 names, the one that I picked, and the creative brief. All right. So I'm not going to grab the image prompt. I'm just going to grab everything up to the creative brief. And now I'm going to flip into DALL-E mode. And I'm going to say, I just did a branding session for my new business. I'm going to paste all that crap in there, and then I'm going to go, please create 4 logo concepts that you think bring heartfelt fibers to life, and incorporate the name of the business into the logo. And now it's going to go off and write the prompt. But it's going to write the prompt in the context of that entire conversation. So there's a couple of advantages here. It can do typography. So the fact that MidJourney can't do typography is a downside to it. If you just want high quality artwork, MidJourney's the go-to. But if you want to be generating images for a purpose, and you don't want to be switching out sort of mental contexts, right? Like if I'm in creative, if I'm in writing mode over here where I'm thinking, or business strategy mode, and then I have to go to this really technical image generation tool, it's a complete change, right? It's a complete change. Everything you're doing now in GPT-4 does not work in 3.5. Correct, it does not. Minus the image. Wait, everything you're doing now on GPT-4, does it not work in 3.5? All of the text conversation that I had in GPT-4 absolutely works in GPT 3.5. 3.5 is not nearly as nuanced, is not nearly as good as 4, but you can absolutely do it. 3.5 is really, really fast. So GPT-4 is getting faster, but anyway, so look at these logos. Look at this. It misspelled heartfelt there and fibers, but these are tight. These are close, and it incorporated, right? like that's an easy Photoshop fix right there. Like you wouldn't even need to muck with anything, and you could come up with your own little subhead there, or just kill that altogether. So without me having to think about and conceive, what the images would be, I just said to ChatGPT, just follow the brief, follow the conversation I just had, and now give me logos that, and this is the first pass, right? So for me, it's the seamlessness of just staying in the same mental model of I'm talking about my business, and I'm like, okay, come up with a marketing plan, come up with this. Oh, now could you go make an image for the Instagram post? Oh, that's great. No, could you make it more like this? And I can, I can go back in and I can say, let's see, I like 2 and 4. I like 2 and 4 the best. Can you give me 4 new logos that use those 2 approaches? So I have 2 of each. And so I can just talk to it like I'm talking to an art director, right? I'm trying to make an AI chatbot that helps people navigate addiction recovery. I would go Tim Talk Therapy. I would strongly recommend, you know what I'll do? After this, we'll go make a bot in Poe. I'll show you how to make a bot in Poe. It didn't quite listen to what I said, but that's all right. It got one of the looks and feels right, but it missed the watercolor one, but that's all right. But anyway, like really, really quickly, you go from nothing to, being able to bring a concept to life all in the same tool. Like that for me is huge. The fact that I don't have to go to fucking Discord and I don't need to remember all the different stuff. Now it depends on the use case. If I just want to create high quality art, like for an art project or for just like high end, sophisticated art, I'll sit in MidJourney all day long. Now I got to say, DALL-E 3 ain't bad. Like it's not as sophisticated as MidJourney, but it ain't bad. DALL-E 2 was embarrassingly bad. Like DALL-E 2 wasn't usable. DALL-E 3, this shit's usable like out of the gate with, a little bit of photoshopping on some typos, right? Or you could just keep generating until it, finally stumbles onto getting one of these things right. So, all right, let's go to Poe. Poe. So what's nice about Poe is that it makes it very, very easy to make lots of bots. So they have their own bots. And you're like, what's a bot? Well, a bot is just basically like a ChatGPT, but like I can click on GPT-4 here. And so now this is GPT-4 inside Poe. That's kind of cool. And then I could also click on Anthropic, Claude 2 100K. So now instead of paying $20 a month to OpenAI, I pay $20 a month to Poe and I get access to a bunch of different things. But you can also make your own bots. And there are other bots in here. New bots, image gen bots, professional bots, utility bots, role play bots, sports bots, game bots, learning bots, funny bots, advice bots. Okay, so advice bots probably start to look like, kind of therapy kind of bots, conversation bots, advice bots, right? So life coach bot, Mrs. Therapist, idea developer, so entrepreneur, solution, the motivator. Let's go to the motivator. I'm feeling a little down today, period. I've got a case of the Mondays. The infamous case of the Mondays. I completely understand how that can bring your spirits down. But fear not, my friend, for I have a little sunshine for your day, right? So this is designed to be a little motivational bot. Okay, so how do you make these? It's actually thank you very much. I appreciate that, TikTok therapist. So you say create a bot. So now you can go in and you can name the bot. So this could be like, your couchy companion. So this is a therapy bot called your couchy companion. And then you write a prompt, and the prompt, is like you could if you haven't played with ChatGPT's custom instructions, you could totally mock this up in ChatGPT with custom instructions. And so basically you put your prompt in here that tells it how to act. And then you've got a greeting message, and you've got a bot profile, and you can make a picture of the bot. And then you just say create bot. And so if I built this and launched it, I would now have a bot that is po.com/my couchy, what did I say? Companion, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, your couchy companion. So you could absolutely make a bot that you could give out to give to people. I don't know if you can monetize these here. I haven't sort of dug into it yet. But there's also on Zapier, which is an automation tool, they now have a bot interface that you can also do this on Zapier, and you could launch it as a website or as a mobile app, where you're basically building this bot. So anyway, this is what I would go explore, because you can. What's nice about this is you put the prompt in there, you give it to some people to play with, or you test it. And if it sucks, you go fix the prompt, and you just keep dialing in the prompt and getting it better and better. Follow these rules, do this, don't do that, just keep modifying your things. The other thing you can do here is there's the base bot. So you've got Claude Instant, Llama, GPT-4, Claude 2, 100,000, and Claude Instant, 100,000. GPT-4 is the one that's the most sophisticated language model, so that's the one I'd go with. But let's say that you wanted people to be able to upload long case histories and interact with a case history. You might go with Claude 2, 100,000, because you can upload large documents to that one. So there's different models you can play with here. So there's even a Stable Diffusion XL model, so you could create a bot that generates images. Like I like 70s muscle cars, so I could create a bot that specializes in 70s muscle cars. So maybe you just pick a year from like 67 to 74, and a manufacturer, and then it'll just go make those cars if I get the prompt right. So anyway, all right. How are we doing on time? I got to go. I have a 7 a.m. pitch tomorrow. Yay. You did it. Yay. Let me answer one more question here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The gifts that you guys give really do make a difference. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much for the gummy bears. Living here in Denver, Colorado, the gummies here hit a little different. Thank you, Silver Fox. Be not afraid. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. My voice is going too. I think it's another reason to TikTok therapist. Thank you very much. Hey, TikTok therapist, do me a favor. Come back, come back to these. And if you go build a bot, come back and share it with us. I'd love to see it. And in fact, join the Discord. So join the Salon Discord and introduce yourself. When you join the Salon Discord, don't just join and lurk off in the corner, you weirdos. I know Discord's a pain in the ass and not everyone knows how to use it. But go to the salon.ai, join our meetup. You can come to the in-person meetings or the virtual meetings every other Tuesday, but join the Discord. And especially TikTok therapist, if you build that bot, maybe this is a community that can help you kick the tires on it and maybe even help you develop it. You might find someone in there you can work with. All right. Thank you very much. Be not afraid. I appreciate that. Which plan's good to get under MidJourney? It depends how much you're going to use it. If I were going, I would do the minimal one, and I would do like I would pay the $20 for OpenAI, so I would have access to DALL-E. Like right now I'm paying for DALL-E. I'm paying for OpenAI, ChatGPT Plus, and I'm paying for MidJourney. I would say until further notice, it's probably worth having both because they're just different. If you want higher quality images, that's MidJourney. If you're willing to geek out, if you're not willing to geek out, I would just avoid MidJourney altogether because DALL-E's good enough. Kyle, do you know about the Envision AI or Seeing.ai? I do not. What are those? Are these like object recognition things? Is this like surveillance state shit? Envision. Envision AI. Monetize every frame of your video assets. We create disarmingly simple, deep tech solutions to help you increase revenue from all of your video assets while improving your content editing workflow. Video Views delivers the only complete scalable solution that helps you discover and monetize. Oh, this is one of those chopper uppers, long form chopper uppers. I'll go look at this. I'm going to bookmark this. I have not seen that. And what's the other one? It is AI to help. Oh, blind and low vision. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know these tools, but holy shit, am I excited about AI as accessibility tools. It's going to fucking change everything. It's going to change everything. I mean, wait a minute. I don't know if Pi can do this. I know ChatGPT can. Let's see if Pi can do it. I'd like you to serve as my translator. So I'm going to speak things in English, and I want you to repeat them in French without repeating the English. Can you do that? Sorry to interrupt. Pi's having me sign in. I'm not going to translate unless you sign in. I'd like you to serve as my translator. I'm going to speak in English, and I want you to translate it into French without repeating the English. Is that something you can do?
Oui, bien sûr. Allons-y. Let's get this French party started. J'accepte le défi. I accept the challenge. Hit me with your best English, and I'll serve up some French très magnifique. Very magnificently.
That's a mighty fine specimen of a llama you've got there, Mr. Jones.
Voilà, cas déviant. C'est un magnifique exemplaire de lama que vous possédez, Monsieur Jones.
So imagine, right? This is Babelfish, right? I can just talk into it. It speaks whatever language. So imagine that for all different accessibility things, right? All different, disabilities or neurological conditions or things that need bridging, that need some sort of translation. It's going to be staggering. We're entering a new fucking era. Can you upload pics yet to OpenAI with ChatGPT 4? Yes. And I assume you're asking, can you upload them and have it understand them? Yes. So here, let me show you that quick. I know I said I'd go, and you mods keep pinning good questions. You're gonna make me tired in my little pitch tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be a fucking mess. And I've got a salon tomorrow night I got to prepare for, which I'm not prepared for. But I'll do a new chat. So if you go to ChatGPT 4, go to default mode, and then you got this little image upload icon. It's only in default mode. It's not in the other modes, which is just fucking stupid, but whatever. And then I'm going to grab this. So we had a strategy session on Sunday for the AI Salon. We're moving from Discord to Mighty Networks, and it's a pretty big move, which is I'm excited about it, but we got to plan it. So we did a strategy session. So this is the whiteboard from the strategy session. So I can say, what was this meeting about, and can you, I don't know, capture where we're headed. And so now it's going to read, it's like you can kind of zoom in on the whiteboard and see what's there, but it's just whiteboard stuff. How do I close this? Did I just crash my machine? I might have just crashed my machine. No, I didn't. What's the end goal? The audience or stakeholders, the key points of the agenda. Additionally, from this, the meeting appears to be setting the strategic goals for an initiative of switching to a new platform. The goals seem to be, so basically it took all the notes, wrote them up. So it can do anything. Earlier, I had it read a blueprint of a projection of 3 different faces of a 3D object, described the 3D object, and then went into DALL-E and rendered some version of it that it wasn't quite right, but it was at least in the neighborhood. So yeah, it can see. It can see, it can hear, you can talk to it. It can talk to you. It can talk to you in different languages. I love this new world. I know, isn't it crazy? What were you using? The thing that I was talking to was Pi, P-I, the iOS version. All right, Clint Copperhead is calling it. Everyone, irregulars and mods, present turtles, llamas, hedgehogs, or your favorite animal. Thank you very much for that hedgehog. That was very sweet. All right, everybody. Let's see who was in here tonight. We had a lot of people in here tonight. Very cool. Cavruno, good to see you. Sherry D, as always, thank you. Source Camp, Will, good to see you, sir. Be Not Afraid, thank you very much as always. Silver Fox, love you. Clint Copperhead, he's the best. User 96482672496660. Love the name. We'll never forget it. Maybe you come up with a clever name for the next time you come. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. All right. Good night, everybody. Happy Monday night. Thank you. Be Not Afraid. I really appreciate it. What was I going to say? I'll see you tomorrow. People seem to be enjoying the little countdown stickers, which I think are just kind of a silly little TikTok thing. Let Marcus in the channel, please. Joker, let Marcus in the channel in Discord, the irregular channel. And is he Marcus over on Discord? Let me say. I missed it. Do it again. Do what again? Good night, Apple user. Thank you. I like the countdowns, alarm notifications. Oh, you missed the thing. That sucks. Sorry. So just go to my channel during the day. I'll put countdown timers there when I'm going to go. And then I think in TikTok you can set a countdown timer. Look in, introduce yourself. Okay. All right. I'll go look and introduce yourself, and I'll just let in a bunch of people that joined. But is Marcus in Discord? That's what I don't know. I think just getting your attention. He has knowledge to share. Oh, great. Please share knowledge. Love it. They missed how we can make money with ChatGPT. Oh, yeah.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
All right, that's it. All right, everybody. I'm leaving now. For serious. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Thank you all. Peace.